You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Monday, August 10th, and here is what's up with the weather. All right, the weather for this week is going to be somewhat of a tale of two halves. The first half we're getting right now, today through Wednesday, is roughly hot and dry. The second half, from Wednesday night through, Sunday night, is not as hot, still hot, not as hot, and stormy, especially during the overnight periods. So if you need some dry time, the next few days is the time to do it. If you're wanting rain, if you're needing rain, things are looking pretty good overall. But the rain chances aren't exactly coming during the daytime next week. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Out the door this morning, temperatures are only near like 80 to 85 degrees. By lunchtime, it's 90, and it feels like 95 to 100. And we'll get near about 105 to 110 for the heat index. We might have a heat advisory in effect for today. I honestly can't recall. Heat advisories are it's not that they're pointless, because entities base their decisions based off heat advisories, but like extreme heat warnings, that's when things are like, okay, now it's actually really, really hot. Let's just say there's a heat advisory. In effect, it's going to be pretty hot. Highs today, tomorrow, the next day, like 95 to 100, especially in downtown. In those places like in the city, those are the spots that are probably closer to 100 than 95. The positive things here, one, there will be a breeze, especially today and tomorrow. And there should be a good amount of cloud cover today, kind of partly cloudy skies today. And then tomorrow we'll call partly to mostly sunny. That may allow temperatures to get closer to 100, if not getting to 100. And then Wednesday, the cloud cover comes back a little bit. But I mean, every day it's like 105, maybe closer to 110 for the heat index. And the breeze starts to die down for Wednesday. And then every morning it's only like 80 degrees. The afternoon humidity isn't like stifling and terrible, but because of the wind and because of the cloud cover, those two things help hold the heat in. And it's going to be, a few days in which your AC just really does not slow down or take many breaks. So make sure, change your air filter, hose off your coils, close some blinds in the south facing part of your house. That's what I do. I close those blinds. I have a bunch of big windows on the south facing part of my home. I try to close up on the really hot days because I know my AC is going to be running no matter what, but at least try to help it out a little bit. So all this is happening because we are sitting directly underneath a front. So with that, we're getting a south wind, okay? But that front, which is kind of stalled over southern Iowa, near the Missouri-Iowa border, that finally starts to come through Wednesday, and then it just kind of sits nearby Wednesday through at least the weekend, and maybe even through Sunday. And so as that happens, there's a chance for just some pop-up showers and thunderstorms each afternoon, but the better rain chance overall comes during the overnight period. And what happens is, as we cool off overnight, something called the lower level jet develops, and that essentially transports moisture from the Gulf, whatever you want to call it, the Gulf, all the way up here. When that moisture hits the front, air rises, and then it falls as rainfall. So there's the chance for, heavy rain and thunderstorms. Maybe not so much Wednesday night, but Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, maybe even Sunday night as well. And wherever these thunderstorms kind of leave off in the morning, there might be somewhat of a little boundary. So even like a smaller version of a cold front that's left. And then that could reignite with some pop-up showers and thunderstorms later on in the afternoon. And then those die down as we lose the heating of the day, yada, yada, yada. So we just do that pretty much Wednesday through Sunday. Rainfall amounts, 1 to 3 inches, and even more than that. If we're getting hit with thunderstorms every single night, and there's a chance that happens, then yeah, 1 to 3 inches is a pretty good general forecast overall. So on the days in which we have decent cloud cover and maybe the front actually starts to move through, highs could be middle to upper 80s. On the day in which the front doesn't actually come through and the wind is out of the south, it's like 90 to lower 90s, and the heat index is like maybe 95 to 100. So, it's still going to be really hot. It's just some days will be hotter than others and cooler than others just depending upon what the cloud cover ends up doing. And that is generally what the weather will be like from Thursday through Monday. We're just going to keep on doing that until that front effectively just gets shoved back north, and then we just wind up being back in the really warm air, unfortunately. Like, we could get highs back into the lower to middle 90s next Wednesday and next Thursday. And of course, the humidity, it could end up being hotter than that. So, the gist of the forecast is it's going from really hot to not so hot with some rain and thunderstorms moving through. Pressure fall is likely, I think, really Wednesday and Thursday with that front coming through. And then it just kind of sits nearby. We'll try to get pressure to recover before, in fact, I think it does recover. It starts to recover Friday through the weekend, and then it takes another fall there around Tuesday and Wednesday as well. I do have some good news, though, from the pollen report, where the pollen's out there, but it doesn't appear to be that terrible from the observation. So mold is in the moderate category. Grasses, weeds, relatively low. I think they're going to start to come up, though, and probably get into the moderate range as we get the warmth and the sunshine. That's the general trend here for the pollen outlook. Until we start to get better chances of rain showing up Wednesday onward, then they start to take a dive. This pollen report, by the way, brought to you by kcallergy.com or the Kansas City Allergy and Asthma Associates. They got 3 locations: Lee Summit, Overland Park, and Olathe. They'll get you fixed up with all your allergy needs, whether it be your shots, your testing, even if you're like me and you get sinusitis, immune deficiency, asthma, lung conditions, everything like that. Check them out. Go to kcallergy.com for more information. Super happy to have Kansas City Allergy and Asthma Associates with me here on this podcast to help provide the pollen report, because it's weather and pollen and pressure. All 3 of those things impact each other. If you don't think it's your allergies, it could be the pressure changing, and then that could trigger some sinusitis. That's what I perceive, because that's what happened with my body. It's like the pressure changes, and then I start to get a stuffy nose or react. Actually, I think I looked it up one time, non-allergic rhinitis, and that triggers I can't even say it anymore. Sinusitis. My non-allergic rhinitis eventually triggers some sinusitis. If that's you, kcallergy.com. I hope you're not suffering from too many allergies or just any illness in general. Like I got COVID 2 months ago in the middle of summer. Annoying. All right. Anyway, I digress. It's going to be really hot for the first half of this week. High temperatures, 95 to 100. The heat index, like 100 to 110. Thankfully, there will be a breeze and some cloud cover. The chance of nightly showers and thunderstorms begins Wednesday night, but really ramps up Thursday through Sunday nights. Temperatures there, that period, roughly 85 to 95 degrees, depending upon what the cloud cover situation ends up being for that day. If we get pop-ups, but definitely looking like a stormy period there for the overnights, Wednesday night and onward. And the temperatures next Wednesday and Thursday try to recover back into the lower to middle 90s. Thank you so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can follow me on social media at Wes Weather. Have a good one.